It's time.
Welcome to Date with DANU right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today we are speaking about a couple that have stayed together for so long. And it's amazing to find love that can last this long. And also about what makes them click. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Welcome to Date with DANU. Let's see who the guests are.
Hi, I'm Jehan.
Hi, I'm Sanjana.
We are here to go on a date with DANU.
I've known DANU since maybe early 2000s. We've acted on stage together, done many plays. He's made me laugh 1,000 times.
Yeah, same. Likewise, I got to know DANU through school on stage. And one of my rare forays onto the stage was one of Indu's plays where DANU was also on stage.
Welcome to the show, and we have the Mubaraks. Nice name, and you all should do a reality TV show saying Mubaraks.
No, thank you.
We have Sanju.
Sanjana.
She's known as Sanjana, but Sanju is what everyone calls, you know.
You call me.
And Jehan. Nice to have you here. So I have known the fact that they have been going on for the longest time, and I really thought it might end now, it might end now, it might end now. It never ended. That is remarkable. I really want to know who kept this relationship together.
No, obviously the two of us.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm
equally.
sure not some third person on the road.
No, equally, I think.
Ah, really?
Enough compromise on either end. I
Right.
think.
I still remember once she was going out after a play that we have acted
Oh my
in
goodness.
together, and she was in a blue boob top. Do you remember this?
No.
You were so concerned until Jehan came.
Really?
Yeah, you were standing behind one of those Lionel Went pillars until he came,
What
and you
did he-
asked me like 10 times, like, "Is it two pillars?"
Must have been the first time. Like that.
And I was like, "Why the hell did you wear it then?"
True.
Yeah.
True.
But
that.
do you remember this?
Obviously,
you came to
she made a bigger impression on you than on me because I don't remember this incident.
I tend to remember a
Thanks
lot
a
of
lot,
things.
dude.
I did like she gave me one. She once gave me her mint body wash,
I
just
did,
a
I
little
did,
bit of it,
I did.
and I really enjoyed using it.
That's that Redox one,
Yeah,
right?
but
Yeah,
just a
probably.
little bit. I want to be very precise on that. The little latter part of it.
I, of course, said Dive Boy and Lux.
Clearly,
I'm
you all don't
shocked
share.
even that.
So let's go back in time. How did you all meet?
Through school, really, on stage.
You all didn't have
drama.
Tinder and all know those days.
No.
We're not that old, but
It
we
was
didn't
not
have
founded
Tinder.
at that time, yeah.
But we didn't have
Yeah.
Tinder. But yeah, through drama. He did drama for Royal and I did drama for St. Bridget's.
And Shakespeare is where you all met, or
That's correct.
Oh.
Sprouting Shakespeare on the
Wow.
stage.
who asked who out first?
That was me. So
Oh.
she was contemplating moving to India for studies, and
Right.
I had been thinking about this for a while.
Means
And
going to India or asking her out?
Asking her out, and but this kind of fast tracked this process. There was some okay. I thought better do it now rather than later, and then yeah. So it was. I don't know how you put it. Just a question. Now, would you like to go out with me? And then yes.
She said yes right away. What a Tamil girl you are, not even like considering a little
That
bit.
is because, see, he thought about it, his thought process took a long time. I must jump in there and actually say, because we have two friends who will not forgive us if we don't mention
Yeah.
them at this point. Because
So by
John
the
was,
time you knew that this guy has the hots for you.
no, I didn't. I had no clue. He gives no indication, let me tell you that.
One face.
So we were just chatting, you know, I think, well, I looked forward to, we were mailing each other and chatting to each other daily, all of that. And then, so he says he was thinking about it, but it was taking a long time over.
Yeah.
then these two friends of ours, mutual friends, who were very close to the two of us, kind of rocked up to his house and said, you know what, she's leaving. Are you going to do something about it? do you have plans? He said yes, and then he said, then do something about it, because otherwise you're going to lose that chance.
It was one of those Ross and Rachel moments at the airport. No.
Maybe not as good.
But did you end up going to India? You cancelled it after
I did go to India, which is a bit
She
of a
went to
failure.
India. My theory is that it was a pretext. She said she was going to India. Then about 1 month later, I went for a house party, and then she was at the house party. So I thought this going to India was a plan by everybody to get me to ask her, and she actually was hiding somewhere in Vellavatta, and then go for the party. She's there at the party.
No, actually. So
you went on a holiday, you mean, to India?
No.
It doesn't make any sense.
I went to study, but I didn't like it very much. I really couldn't stay. I found it was traumatic for me. It was
So
really
now that he has asked you out, you never kept in touch with him and say, hey, Babs, I'm on my way back.
No.
No, I
Did we?
till I
No,
saw
I
at the
think
party, I didn't
it
know.
wasn't a month. It wasn't a month. It was about three to 4 months. And he was on tour. He went on tour to England, I think, at that time. So we had very little communication. Not that we didn't, but we had very little communication. So he didn't know.
That's a
And
very
I was
groundmaking decision. You just did your
and
thing.
I was I was also very embarrassed by the fact that, I couldn't make it work in India, and I wasn't very happy. And so when
you
I
were
came
not trying to be a Bollywood star, darling. You just went to study.
yes, and I didn't enjoy
Ask her
it.
what she enjoyed least about India?
But
The Hunas. She came back because the geckos in India were too big and too brown and had spots.
Yeah, they're like those crocodile fellows, and you can hear them when they're crawling on the wall,
So
and they
in
come
your-
near me. And
in your house, do you have geckos?
yeah,
No.
Yes.
I don't like them.
Clearly, it's not that we are going for a
So
party
I'm-
with geckos.
every
No,
time-
that's my pet peeve. I cannot have.
You have been in a strange place in India.
Why Chennai has
Yeah,
geckos.
but you could have found a house that didn't have geckos.
Yeah, but no hostel, and it didn't work for me. It has worked for a lot of people. It just didn't work for me.
I think she just wanted to use that timeline quickly to
That's
get
what I
back. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. That's dramatic.
And then when you met her at the party, what were you like?
Lies. I can't even remember this. Party.
Did you say, were you hiding in Vellavatta?
No, actually, I think it was a shock for everyone, because even another friend of mine, he was like, I'm walking on the road, then he was taking the bus, and he's like, hey, did you just say bye to Sanjana? And he got off at the next bus stop. And I was like, what are you doing here? So I think it's true. I think everyone had that reaction.
Yeah, they might have really thrown a party and all for you. And
Yeah, they were in our house the night before, because my sister Tushi and I went together. So there were so many people there saying bye. That's why I was so embarrassed to, come back in 3 months and tell everyone, oh, you know what, by the way, I'm back. So, yeah.
Aiyo. All right, we have a segment and it's called Hot Seat. Let's get into it. Thank you to our friends at Crystal Luxury Wellness for joining us on the show. You can now enjoy amazing treatments at Crystal, as they have 3 locations, making it so much more easier if you want to relax and rejuvenate, get on to something that will just take you to that perfect spot where you feel so comfortable and energized. There is a place that you can do that. That's at their villa, because they have something called the floating spa. It's great for people like Jehan, who's a sportsman. If you have really struggled, worked out too much, or tired yourself out too much, you can now rejuvenate your body with just 1 hour of sleep. It's a great initiative that they brought to Sri Lanka, so that people who suffer with lack of sleep, or even the ones who can't sleep, can enjoy this and have a better life. Thank you, Crystal, for joining us on the show. We have the questions ready. These are some tough questions. Anyway, because you all come from the same household, I'm trying to see what you all have. You all will get 1 gift, but fight for it, because Jehan also can use. Huh?
I might fight to give it to you.
Here we go. Shall I start with you? Okay. One thing that you love and one thing that you dislike about Jehan.
What I love, I think they're both the same. His calmness. He's very calm. He's my stability.
Yeah,
So that's
true.
what I love
Just
about
imagine
him.
another person like you. You would have been on the road by now.
And we have another person, our daughter.
In which sport would you like to see him more? Cricket or water polo?
Water polo.
I know you get to see, everything anyway. One thing you tolerate about the cricket wives and one thing you simply adore. The other cricket wives. I knew this will get her. You can't roll your eyes
Sorry.
because you can be spotted because you have big brown eyes.
Tolerate. One thing I tolerate, maybe the
Say it.
photographs, the selfies taken. Adore is maybe how welcoming I was made to feel.
In
And this
the-
is some time ago, right? So, yeah.
Who, in your opinion, has the hottest cricket wife? Kapu, Kumar Sangakkara, Avishka, Maruf.
Ooh, you put two of my very good friends in that.
Definitely hot seat.
Two of my.
Choose one, will you first? Hot, not nice.
Couple.
What makes you lose your cool in the job you do? Your options are P, poo, interfering parents.
Interfering parents.
Thought as much. She runs a preschool, correct?
I run a Montessori. It's very different.
There's a difference.
Very different.
Very different.
Quite confusing. Yeah, she must be having a lot of patience with kids. Jehan, to you now. Kuma or Mahela?
Different reasons. Mahela.
Lasit as a lyricist, restaurant face, or a bowler? I think he has written more songs.
Lyricist in which also like his lyricist, because everything he talks about cricket or life in general has a meaning and a rhythm to it.
Right. A great cricketer that you think was not utilized properly by the team?
And there are quite a few. One, I wouldn't say utilized properly, but Upeka Fernando, when I was in school, he could have walked into the national team. Unfortunately, he passed away recently, but one of the best talents coming out of school cricket that I've seen.
If there was another film made on a cricketer, who do you think deserves to be featured, or who should be the one who has a story told? Mahela, Arjuna, Aravinda, Kumar.
Arjuna.
Who, in your opinion, has done the most for cricket and the players as a sports minister? Namal Rajapaksa, Roshan Ranasinghe, Naveen Disanayaka, Hareen Fernando. I think you were...
He has to keep his job also.
Well,
just
whoever is there right now. Whoever is there right now.
he was there before as well, so... All right, well done. You all were good. Like, answered no, but he had tougher questions.
He did.
Yeah.
We give it to
Give
him.
it.
I'll be happy to give it to him.
Let's get into a break. We'll see you right after. Do stick around. This is a different book. Welcome back to the show. We're speaking to Jehan and Sanjana.
Thank you.
Nobody calls you Sanju.
Sometimes it's. I think I heard it often when I was younger, not so much anymore.
Sorry, Sanjana.
That's okay.
Believe it or not, Sanjana and I are a bit related. We don't know how, but we have some You didn't know that?
No.
What?
No.
We are related.
Okay. I'll
All
take your
Tamils are related at some point.
All Tamils from Jaffna are
Are
related.
related. Actually, your grandma and my grandma. The first time I got to know about y'all, my grandma said, those three girls in the sari, they looked gorgeous. That's what she said about you and your sisters.
Ah, yes. Because my mother also had 4 sisters, right? So
Sorry,
I
no,
mean,
the, the other generation she mentioned about.
How
Then
nice.
I happened to work with you. I was like, oh my God, y'all are related. But we don't know. Like, my grandfather had like 9 sisters or something. They have all produced
This is
and
my
reproduced.
mother, my maternal grandmother.
Now, don't confuse me. Yeah, from your mom's side, yeah. Very confusing now. Anyway, now we are like family.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God.
No, don't tell me, we are related.
No. Now, I have to speak to you about, let's speak about the tsunami incident. Now, I know that who got caught to the tsunami?
Both,
Ah.
both of us were there.
You all went on a bit of a jig.
With a lot of other people who was probably no, we went.
I don't know if that makes you
Yes, it's like with a lot of others.
no, we went.
No
for
wonder the
weekend.
tsunami.
We went after Christmas. So some of our friends were there already, and because it was Christmas, we stayed back for Christmas and we left on the 26th. So we had just got to
The location.
Bentota.
Bentota.
Okay, and what happened?
So soon as we got there, this little wave came in.
You
Little
saw
wave.
like the first one.
It was not a big one. So this is on the west coast, so
Right.
not big waves came. Just up
Like
to the level of
rapids,
the
yeah,
pool,
yeah.
and there was a river behind. So went through the bungalow to the river behind, and the cars got moved around a little bit, and then it went back. So they thought, okay, maybe pour a day tide
Maybe.
coming in, and then this started settling down.
We asked the
Then-
security guard from there. He said, you know, what's this? What's Samana make Vinod? And then he said, oh, sir. Then we realized that he's from
Then,
upcountry. He's not
doesn't
from.
know what
he
the
has
wave is.
no idea.
So there were two, a foreign couple were also walking on the beach, and they also kind of got washed into a bungalow. After the wave went back, they also got up and said, "Po a day, high tide," and they also walked off. So we thought, what do we know? So we started, and then the water receded back
Fully,
further
yeah.
into the sea, and then we knew something was up, and it was a single-story building. So
Oh,
we
you all
had
would have been
to-
just washed off completely.
Yes, and there was a river behind, so we got a ladder, got onto the roof.
So like 16 of us had to get onto
Yeah.
the roof before the wave came
So
back
you all
in.
knew it was going to come, or you figured it out?
Yes, because somehow this receding thing.
Alarmed you all.
My sister was also with us. She is a geography student, so she knew a little bit about what happens when these waves recede. And then we thought, let's climb, and you could see it coming in, the waves coming in. So we got onto the roof. We didn't know how high. Luckily, the waves were just under the roof of the building. Like roof was about 10-12 feet. This was just under that, so just low enough for us to
All of
survive.
us climbing the ladder, and one of my friend said, "Listen, I'm hydrophobic. I can't handle the water." And he's telling the guy above him, and the guy above him is saying, "I have a fear of heights, Mata. Just wait. I can't do this fast."
Both were not there.
So we
So
got up.
you all lost everything that you all took, like all the bags.
So we hadn't even had time to take anything out of the car, but the car got washed into.
The car got washed up and down. It was like a ballet concert. All the cars were going all over the place, and then we had to come back the next day. Oh no, about 3 days later, and take the car back out. It was not in a very good condition. All the cars. One car was there's a 10-foot deep hole, and the car was face down in that hole.
And I'm sure your parents might have been just panicking, thinking that
So we were on that roof for about 3 hours. It was about
No, 3,
8,
4 hours.
9, yeah.
No, yeah, 1
Till,
o'clock.
no, till about 1 or 2 we couldn't. And then his mother called. He had an uncle. No?
Yeah,
in
so
the-
they were doing some helicopter,
Yeah.
and there were other people in that area. So in between waves, you could get down and then see if forage for, because we're getting hungry also by then,
Yeah.
lunchtime. Then we ventured, there was a hotel next door, went there. There was lunch there, so we had the lunch buffet. they had opened it to like the
Survivors.
refugees from that area who had come to the hotel. That was like the gathering point, and they'd opened their buffets. We were hungry, had the buffet. And then the helicopter came, and then it took people in batches back to the
So you all left on helicopter? Wow.
We were dropped in a, dropped off in a school in Berula.
Berula, yeah.
And then his father came in a vehicle to take us out.
It was actually once we got back home that we realized the magnitude of it.
Yeah.
We thought only this, then we go and see Thailand, India, Trincomalee,
Yeah.
Batticaloa. How
And also you never knew the deaths or
Yes.
the
No, you couldn't,
impact, and people didn't even know how to call it. It was on radio we used to call it tea tsunami because none of us knew it was
Yes.
tsunami.
So I hadn't even heard of tsunami until
Yes,
that day.
so that's what. So yeah, good memories to hold on to. You all have things to talk about your children.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll come back and speak more, but right now we have a game made possible by our friends at MasterCard where you can win good prizes. It's called Tap and Go. Thank you to our friends at MasterCard for joining us on Date with Danu. You can now make transactions so much more easier. You just need to tap and go. If you're sometimes when you're stuck with somebody who cannot make that decision about the purchase, you just grab the card, tap the card, and you leave. Simple as that. Thank you so very much, MasterCard, for joining us, making transactions so much more easy. And now we have a game to play because you get a chance to walk away with this gift box from MasterCard. Here we go. You have very simple questions and you have a device in front of you. Yeah. Tap the device if you know the correct answer. The ones who taps it first will get a chance to answer. Which actor played Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Yes.
Robert Downey Jr.
Very good. Without options
Let me
given
answer
here.
things that I know.
Oh, what?
Nothing.
Anna, tell. Tell. We can just peak the volume and listen to it.
Yeah. No, nothing.
She also wants to win something.
Sorry. How many players are there in a rugby team? 11, 12, 15, 20.
15.
You knew it, but you didn't want to tap. No sin.
This you
This
asked
is
the
why
first
this
question, why
marriage
this marriage has lasted so
this
long.
This man
Oh,
knows
see,
how to
we
sub-
answered the same way. Well done.
What is the smallest planet in our solar system? Mars. Ah.
Mercury.
Hit him! Hit him!
Well done.
The Statue of Liberty was gifted to the United States by which country?
France.
I knew it.
So that
Okay. Fine.
So smart, has
No, I
six
know.
packs.
I've taught this to the
Yeah,
children.
it's just really annoying me. What is a baby rabbit called?
Oh my God.
Pup, kit or kitten, club, kid.
We did mention I was a teacher.
yeah.
We did mention that you're a teacher.
Cub? Kit?
Pup?
Pup.
Kit.
Kit. I have to say, hands down, Jehan, you win this. Congratulations, Jehan.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe without teaching,
I have to go into another.
maybe you should just have Jehan join the school.
I was nervous. I was nervous.
It's time for a break. We'll come back with more. Do stick around. This is a Date with Danu. Welcome back to the show. Now, if you meet Sanjana, you will know she's not exactly the one who is very affectionate one, who like bounces and hugs you and like kisses you and holds your hand and walks around and things like that. But you run a Montessori and you are like the principal, you are like the founder, owner, all of those. How do you handle it?
So right now I am running the Joyce Gunasekara Montessori,
Right.
which is not what I started.
Right.
It's the oldest Montessori in Sri Lanka. So we kind of merged our Montessori with them. So I don't own it anymore, but I do manage it.
And how are you? Like,
I'm good with the children, I would think. I
No, but-
obviously have a knack for it. I've been in it
For
for
so
the
long,
past
obviously.
22 years. Yes.
yeah. But you know, but when we like, now for example, if there are 3 other, like, if I am crying about something, I might actually go to Jehan.
Yeah, because you're an adult. I have all the patience with the children, but I don't suffer fools very
No, I'm
well.
saying if I am a child, I think I might go to Jehan and tell why I'm crying. Like, out of the 2 of you.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. No, I think when I first started learning childcare, all of that, I didn't think I would go into the teaching part of it, but then I realized I had a knack for it and I enjoyed doing it.
I think you're
That's when I
more
got-
matter of fact. That's what's.
Yes, and one thing I do know is I don't talk down to the child.
Which is nice.
I think which they enjoy. They enjoy being asked questions like I would be to any
Like,
other
you don't do
person.
this. Hi.
No, yeah. Well, sometimes, sometimes if I feel they require. And children
So you have to talk down to them, no? They are.
No. So we, in our training, we are also told to squat down and talk to them. But apart from that, no. So it's just that, and you know, it's not even being strict. It's just being very firm, and children do appreciate that. It's not that they want someone who's cuddling them all the time. They want. I think they enjoy having routine. They enjoy having things to do, being kept busy. And if you remember that, working with children is very easy.
Something that I always have a lot of respect for people who run Montessori's is the poo-pee situation. That's a lot. You know, one thing to clean your own poo-pee, and also the other thing is to clean your own children's poo-pee. But to clean someone else's poo-pee?
I think you get used to. When I was training, it wasn't just poop. I was feeding a child when I was training at St. Bridget's, and I was seated on one of the small chairs, and she came up to me from behind and she said, "Auntie," it wasn't poop, but it was puke, and she said, "Auntie," and I said, "Yes, darling," and she said, because she was at my shoulder, she just. And all over my shoulder, you know, you have this curdled milk. She's been eating cheese all over, like this, right down. And I'm like, oh,
You
no,
were like
dear.
a lasagna.
Oh, that is a nice way of putting it. I had to then wash, and this was when I realized, my goodness, in my job, I would have to have a change of clothes all the time, because now I have to go out. I have lectures in the evening. I have to go out to St. Bridget's, the Montessori, and I don't have money to take a 3-wheeler. I have to take a bus, and I'm like, how do I go? I smell of puke. I've washed it now. There are these big, huge wet patches, and this 3-wheeler uncle who sees me and he says, "Enna miss mangeniya." So I said, "Ati salli naha gewanna," and because I know Amma is not at home, and he was like, "Ne salli onne, me wage bus ekේ යන්න බෑනේ," and I was so thankful, and he took me home. And since then, I mean, that is one incident. I haven't been pooped on, but puked many a time.
Many times. I actually puked on a priest's head. St. Lawrence's Church. I was an altar server, and I went on a trip. And when I was coming back, I was feeling nauseous. I stopped a few times to vomit, and one time I was a bit too late to get up, and the priest was seated in front of me. I vomited on his head. That day I knew not all priests are kind.
I kind of think, for me, that was almost retribution. When I was a teenager, I was about 13, 14. I was always lactose intolerant. That time I didn't know it was lactose intolerant.
We didn't have a name
Amma
for
was
those
like,
days.
"You're crying every morning before you go to school. That's why you're vomiting." You know, so no one thought,
Just drink the milk.
Yeah. No one thought, don't give her the milk. So now I had this thing. I go by bus, and I'm approaching St. Bridget's, and there's this Josephian sitting right in the front near the door, and he's also this A-level student. He's sitting there, and I'm walking towards the door, and I'm feeling really ill, and then I just walk out all over him. I see, and this boy, I didn't even look back. I just got out of the bus like that.
Oh my God!
That poor boy had to go to school. Obviously, I
And
don't know what
explain-
I don't even know. I don't know. I only said sorry. I didn't even look at his face.
By any chance,
I'm
you
so
are that
sorry.
scarred Josephine.
I'm
Please
so
write
sorry.
to us.
I am so sorry. But
Danu is very happy that you're selective with your puking and non-Josephines.
No.
Yeah.
No. It was So I feel this is retribution, and
Yeah,
it's like,
because
it's
you
okay.
because you were clean, because you had also
I had, because it was your
you felt better. You had nothing on you. You were like, I'm ready to school.
Right, I'm done.
Whereas he's like,
I'm a teenager. I don't want him to see my face.
but I must say, Jehan has his good boy reputation everywhere he goes. Like, even when he used to like help us backstage when we used to act in plays, Jehan was a nice guy. Like, everyone says that. Does it annoy you?
Yeah,
No.
a bit.
I'll change then.
No, but you are just, I think this is in your DNA. Because you married her.
No, I'm ignoring that statement. But no, also it's that even if he does something, no one believes that he would have done it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, even anyone
No,
who
you can get away with anything. You just look like, even if there's a scar on her that she has got hammered, they'll actually think she fell, not from you.
Yeah, no.
But if you have a scar, you could have played.
The first question is named Sanjana Selvarajah, really. And he plays this henpecked husband so well. Oh, she must be calling the shots. It's all nonsense. It's all. He's quiet. He's very diplomatic, but he does not do anything he doesn't want to do, and everything runs the way he wants it to run.
But when we wanted to get them on the show, she said, yeah, you write to me, I'll get it sorted.
Nonsense. What lies.
She was like,
What
I have to
lies.
just tell him, then he'll sort it out.
Lies.
Like, get that dog chain here. Take him out for a walk now. We have a new segment, and we would like to welcome our friends from Smack onto the show. We have a game called Smack. Thank you to our friends at Smack for joining us on the show. Now you can enjoy this truly Sri Lankan product. I promise you, I know the guys who sort of do this, and I've been to their factories, and I must say, they use natural fruits and milk. There's nothing artificial, and it has been around for so long. When we were in school, we used to just wait to have one of their mixed fruit drinks, and up to date, it just brings me back to that same moment in life. It's delicious, and also, it is done perfectly well for our system. So it's nothing bad, there's no added sugar. So I'm telling you the truth, actually. This is not an endorsement, it's actually the truth. Thank you to Smack. You remember having Smack?
Yeah. One of the few pleasures in our...
Yeah. I like the Faluda.
The canteen.
Yeah,
The
Faluda.
Smack,
Yeah.
couldn't drink it.
Huh?
I couldn't.
Chocolate? You are lactose intolerant.
Could never drink, still can't.
Bimbo?
Loved the Dimble.
Yeah. I actually know how they do it. That's why I wanted to say it. All right, here we go. We have questions. This is called Smack That. Sanya, I think you will be able to get these answers.
Okay.
I come in different sizes. Sometimes I drip a little. If you blow me, it feels really good. What am I?
An ice lolly.
The what?
An ice lolly. I come in different sizes.
Yeah.
I drip sometimes. You can blow me. Okay, sorry. A whistle.
I don't know what you're doing with an ice lolly.
Sorry.
It's a poor soul. He's
Yeah, I
like,
don't think this is...
Balloon. Balloons drip? A
Yeah,
whistle
this should
tell
drip?
you balloon
Why when
drip.
you put in too much speech? Okay,
are you
I
happy,
work with
Jehan?
children.
Are you happy in life? Has she satisfied
A
you?
whistle.
None of y'all know it. Nose.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Rahul would have got that.
Yes, you did.
Uh,
God, I'll never hear the end of this.
Second question. Only two questions in this. Huh? You stick your pole inside me. You tie me down to get me up. I get wet before you do. What am I? Can't think from the gutter. Have to think from the roof. Means smack
Pole? You stick ice. Repeat?
Repeat the question. Okay. You stick your pole inside me. I should not take a pause after that. Let's do it again. You stick your pole inside me. You tie me down to get me up. I get wet before you do. What am I? You need that these days.
Umbrella.
Correct. Well, it's actually a tent, but even an
Okay.
umbrella could be the same.
Pole. Have you ever called any part of the umbrella pole?
Umbrella.
No,
Tent.
but tent, you
Tent.
call it a pole. Why are you stuck on pole?
Because it's misleading.
That's the whole point. You have been just stuck on the word
Yeah,
pole.
Oh dear. Okay.
Congratulations, Jehan. Out of 2, you won 1.
No, he won the other, didn't he?
No. Out of the 2 questions, he got
Okay,
1 right.
okay.
So he wins smack.
Okay.
So enjoy some smack while we take a break. We'll see you right after. Welcome back to the show. I personally feel this world called cricket is not the clearest path that you can take in life. Jehan, do you feel like you have enjoyed your time in cricket and you still enjoy it?
Yeah, very much so.
Do you feel like you were given the right chances, you had the right backing?
Yes, yes. I know there's a lot of people who feel that haven't got opportunities at the right time or haven't got extended opportunities, but from the children who want to play cricket in Sri Lanka, want to play for their school, want to play for their country, the opportunities that you get, the opportunities themselves are gold. And you get an opportunity, you have to make the most of it. Yes, it would have been great if I had an extended run, but that's all part of me. And also, you still get to, be a part of a team. Play cricket. It doesn't have to always be the Sri Lankan team. You get to play.
Simon, you are
a team
going
sport.
straight to heaven, Jehan. Lot of people, in my opinion, say they should have backed Jehan more. That's just opinions that I have got.
Yeah.
Like we had a great player with a fabulous personality to represent the country, also on a global platform. Truth be told, you should talk for these, Sanju. Fight a little bit, but yeah, I love the way you take this and how you see it. And today you are working with cricket still. And what keeps you busy these days?
So I was coaching. So after I stopped playing, I went into coaching. Coach schools, coach Royal College, and then now I'm coaching at the cricket board with Sri Lanka Cricket. Coaching the under-19 team the last 2 years, and right now with the emerging team. So coaching is where I see myself in the future.
Brilliant. And something I have to speak about, some people do have this very approachable personality about them, especially when we knew Jehan. He was like getting into the team and he was like big news. And for us, like we had like a star amongst us, and she was like the first lady. Like you were not.
I really wasn't. You know that.
You were more like, let's say, not Princess Diana, more like the second one, like couldn't like approach you easily, but but we were like so excited every time we see him and all this stuff. But something I wanted to talk about it, I actually asked him whether I could. A few years back, you met with an accident, and it was something that was traumatizing for you, especially. I think the type of person you are, I don't think you'll ever want to hurt anyone in any way. And for you to have an unfortunate situation like that, how was that timeline for you? And also, there was a life that was lost in the process, and it would have taken a lot out of you. And like, I don't know, how did you manage the timeline?
There were a lot of thoughts that went through my head during that period, and a lot of it was with the families of the people who were affected, the people themselves. Some of them were injured, and you realize, and when you talk about cricket and the opportunities you get, you realize what a small part of life that is, and there is a lot more to life, and you only see a little bit of it. And when you go through something like this, you appreciate the other relationships that you have, and you realize the importance of those relationships with your parents, with your friends,
And the
your
ones who are
family,
there by you.
who are there by you, because that's a lot to process. You feel for the others, you worry about yourself, whether you are making the right decisions, and that takes some time. And then also with the, I mean, the process of going through something like that, the logistics of it, it's very draining, and you can come out of it affected. But luckily for me, I had a supportive family and friends around it. I also tried as best as I could to support the people who were affected. I think that helped me as well.
Yeah.
Because it's an accident which I really would have loved to avoid if I could have, but unfortunately I couldn't. But I'm still where we are, and I hope that the people who were affected by it have got to somewhere they want to get to in life.
Yeah, and also something that we don't have is the fact that I met with an accident, and I think I cried so much. The person who actually got hurt in the accident was not crying as much as I did, and the hospital was confused with I was the one who was one who got knocked on the road. But the process, the trauma that you go through, because you don't have a system that you can follow. Like, okay, now what happens? It's all just a blur, and to sort of get through it, and like for me it was so hard, and I don't know how it was for you, and it takes a lot. But I think what we need in our country is a support system or a planned system that we can follow.
Yeah, and I mean, just to also that important to stay in the moment, because even in wherever, whether you're on the road or in here, your mind wanders. So you always need to stay in the moment, be in the present. It's good to dream and wander on that, but things can happen very quickly when you're not expecting it. It could be on the road, it could be a tree falling. So you just appreciate the moments that are in front of you.
That's amazing. Well, it's a tough topic to talk about, but I did want to speak about it because I know what type of person he is, and he'll never use, oh, I know these people, just don't touch me. That is not how you will approach a situation, and that's what's wonderful. Let's get into one of my favorite segments. I'm sure you can win this, Sanjana.
It's like, what are you calling it? Kind of trying to
make it up.
Yeah, I'll try.
It's called kinky. I have to tell this story because, we have a severe Tamil gene in us, and there are things that we do. Now, she robbed not 1, 3 fans from a wedding.
I didn't rob. I took one. My daughter.
One per head, right?
Amara took one. My mother took one. They all just
I don't
ended
think
up playing
Amara
in my
ever
house.
needed a fan.
I might have told her to bring it up, but that's the only way I
Yeah.
steal.
But I must say, I have seen people who have taken the centerpiece decor and gone.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
But I have seen people like, what is happening to the flowers? Take that as well.
But it's true, it's a waste, no?
True, yeah. But
It's
I
a
have
waste.
taken cake.
Or like that video where that auntie is putting cake into her sari blouse.
Oh, really?
In that song.
What song?
Dice?
Dice Kenangi, yeah. But I have to be honest, I'm actually saying it openly, and I'm very sorry for those. I've sat at, say, when you meet a friend, you go and you speak to them, and if the cake is nice, especially if they're given you love
You
cake.
go and take cake from someone else's table?
Yeah, I eat it and I keep the box as it is. So it still looks like it's a new one, and it's just an empty box.
That's
Because the
awesome.
love cake is really nice. Now she robbed 3 and she has lost 1. She has 2.
Fans, not cake.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. I'm going to give you the chance to win here, okay? Here we go. Do you prefer making out or cuddling? Why do I feel nothing is
Yeah,
happening?
why is that a hard question to answer? That's
I feel like
there's no
nothing
wrong
is
answer
happening.
there.
I'm thinking about it. Are you asking me or you are just asking both of us, right?
I'm asking you this one specifically.
Depends on the time, but
So
okay,
very
okay,
San-
okay.
That's a very
Making out.
Sanjana answer.
Making up.
So the time also you have to know.
Yeah.
So now you know why it's difficult for me.
No.
No,
No.
I'm not like that at all.
Are you a, can I say this? Are you a boob or a butt guy?
Can I say this? No.
Is it going to get you into trouble?
It's going to get me in trouble? No.
Is it
With
gonna
whom?
It's about his wife he's answering.
I don't know.
Look at us.
Boob
like,
guy.
Huh?
Boob guy,
Right.
I guess.
We're quickly like, we said it quietly.
My God, our parents are going to cringe at this segment.
Okay, last one, okay? This is a matter of fact kind of question. How important do you think sex is in a relationship?
Very important. You don't have to think so much about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
important. I guess.
Yeah. Because
Important.
considering the fact that, you all have been dating for so long.
She was trying to say it's not the most important thing.
No, it is important.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, it's definitely not the most, but it's an important feature.
Yeah, and I think it's not going to be the same throughout, but you
Yeah.
have to be okay to be on the different levels that it does get to at different points of time.
The answer should have ended
There. Now we know so much.
Never mind.
Now we know so much more.
Awful,
I'm
awful,
telling
you
you,
guys are awful.
anything is better than nothing. That's what I'm going through. I'm going to give
Sure.
this to you.
Thank you.
And this also has self-help if you want.
Excellent.
Our friends from Midnight Divas, thank you so much for adding some spice to our show. Let's get into a break. It's our final segment. When we return. So we normally find more photos. I don't know what has happened, but we have found only a few to ask you about these pictures. But now you all are happily married, 2 kids and all. How is life? 24/7.
How is life?
How is?
Like that, do you want to know our routine?
Yeah, like how are the kids and?
They're good. They're quite independent. They are, to be honest, very, very good children. They fuss a bit at home with us, with me mostly. But
Who is the one who mollycoddles? I mean,
It'll be me, no? I think, yeah. It'll be me.
she's not happy about it.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like,
no, but someone has.
cute.
Where did you get that from?
You've been stalking, like going through my Facebook.
Yes. There were more, but such a beautiful photograph. You look so happy.
We were. We are.
Yeah, we are.
Tell me about this day. Like, when was it? Like,
So this is the day of the Muslim function,
okay.
and we had a reception. That was the first reception we had for the
Which
wedding.
year did you all get married?
2009. So, yeah, and it.
Oh my God, it's 15th year now.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. Now, who are these people?
Who are those people?
So the one on the extreme right is Jehan's cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
The girl in the middle is a friend of ours. From
And you have this?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah, you have
but
this.
I think
Yes,
that's my
yes.
look, not constant look. I'm not impressed by this.
Nothing has impressed you.
Yes.
Show it to him, no poor soul.
I don't know.
I'm trying to see where this
The
was.
old one. It's on the beach somewhere.
Both of them. Oh, okay.
This is how long they have been going out. How cute.
Yes, this is probably the
In
first or second.
2011. No, 2000.
No, even
One.
before that. That's a very
One.
old T-shirt.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
the
2001.
first year. Yeah, we started going out in 2000. So
How cute.
That's a nice one.
Yes.
Did you ever think it'll end up in marriage at that time?
I don't think we even thought about marriage at that time.
That's
You did that though, right?
no,
You did that for me.
no.
Who did that for me?
I
You
don't
did
know.
that. You stood behind him.
This is
I
a
think my
s-
sister.
this is a profile
Proper
picture.
Stalker. No, so I had this big thing for Tom Cruise.
What do you mean? If you're calling him stalker,
I
you're the
had-
one standing behind Tom Cruise.
Yeah. So I had this big thing for Tom. I think Tushi probably did it. And she made this picture and she sent it to me and she said, "You're a proper stalker." Because I saw him in
I think-
London, I think.
I think Jehan has been cut out of this picture.
Yes,
That's the
yes,
reason.
yes.
As you could see.
Yes.
So she had this profile picture first. The minute this came,
Oh, that's the 3 weeks in India or 3 months in India.
now you know what happened. So I was like, oh. Yeah. Anyway, that's nice. All right, it's time that we wrap up, right? Yeah. But before I go, I need to say this. So I have known Sanjana for a long time. Something that has always impressed me is the fact that nothing can change her ways and means to fit in, to blend in, to sort of like be a part of a team or this thing where she has to lose her individuality. Got it? So hard. She's always been herself, wherever. That's remarkable.
Thank you.
It was a tough compliment to give. Got twisted as well a few times. And Jehan, you know, you're always the sweet one. And I'm so happy I did this show. I've asked him before as well. Eventually I had to call the lady with the power to make it happen. Thank you very much for being here. Lots of love, and it was such a fun show. I wish you all many, many years of happiness, and thank you.
Thank you
for
very
having
much for
us.
having us.
You are happy with the show, no?
Why?
No, the
Do I not
face
look-
is like a bit.
Why you want me to laugh?
Same face.
I'm not impressed.
We'll see you soon. Till then, keep smiling. It's all right.